Shut up and sit down.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For any first time viewers, I'm Jesse, and today we're going to be unboxing Mezco's Ascending Knight Batman. Ascending Knight Batman. He's the normal one. I did not get the blue and gray one, but I wish I would have jumped on the blue and gray Sovereign Knight one, even though he's not out yet. I really think these 1/12 Mezcos are really cool. For anyone that doesn't want to go 1/6 and pay some of these rising prices, these Mezcos are usually $89.99 a piece. Yeah, they're small, but this Batman right here, this is one of my favorite figures I have. He is so flexible. His suit moves with him. He could do almost anything you want him to. He came with a stand that props his cape up. I'll put a link to his video in this, to the video when I unboxed him in this video right here. But anyway, this Batman was one of my favorites, so it turned me on to getting all of these. I actually have some of the older Dark Knight figures that Mezco did too. The Dark Knight and the Mutant Leader together, and I really enjoyed those as well. You can see the front, classy gray and black. Back here, you can see we got Batman. We're gonna have grapple guns. We're gonna have batarangs. We're gonna have a type of, what is this? 10 batarangs and heavy assault bat brick. We're gonna have his stand. We're gonna have hands for him. And we're gonna get a Bruce Wayne head. That's probably my favorite part. I love when they give us Bruce Wayne heads with our figures. So, right off the bat, it's a window box you can see in. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna open them up. All right, I'm gonna open them up. I know I'm really late bringing this figure out. I couldn't wait to get them open, so I had to do it now. So we got a couple of things. Welcome to the 1/12 collective designed by collectors for collectors. Product care guidelines. So that's really cool. For collectors by collectors. Our 1/12 collective figures are designed to display in a wide range of poses, but as with any high-end collectible, care and consideration should be exercised when handling. These are not toys and are not meant for children. They are designed with adult collectors in mind. So this is just going to keep, it's just telling you to be careful. So they're telling you not to pose them past the threshold of their clothing, which, I mean, any adult collector, we should be heeding that advice anyway. We got a bag. It's nice. They always give you this 1/12 bag to write the title in. We got these pieces that'll prop the cape open, and we got the pieces that the stand will go with. The stand is actually in his box, I assume, because we don't have anything right here. I do know that their dark side, I believe he's polystone. He's expensive as hell for 1/12. He's like 130 bucks, and he seems to be big. See, these are they're wires in here. You can hook each of them into this little piece, and it'll spread his cape out for posability in the air, which is really cool. Designed to pose, and that's what's really cool about him. So, right off, look at how cool he is. He's got that the first Batman design to him, where his cowl, his ears, the way they're shaped. Ascending Knight, I would assume that's like a beginning. He's ascending still. So you can see it's a screen printed suit, and it has some really cool textures. I think it's just like the other one. There's a hole in here, and they peg this bat symbol right through it to hold it in place. You can see all the little different textures. It runs right down. You got more, and you can feel it. It's like a vinyl to it. I really dig this belt. And if you look down here, you can see his boots where they're laced up. Very cool as a tip, kind of like the BVS boot. Very posable as well. And his cowl. It's very cool. We can see his cape. A pretty big, decent sized cape. And look at this. That's gonna be cool. So it's lit. Whoop, there goes his head. I didn't think that looked like it was on there all the way. I swear, every time I'm doing this with you guys, I knock something off. So, look at this. This is cool. This cape is gonna be able to be posed like the old school Batman, where it hides his body. We'll do that here in a bit. I already really like this figure. You can see the size comparison. They're basically the same. This one actually seems a little bigger, a little more muscular, which is kind of crazy considering who the other one is. I mean, Ben Affleck is like the biggest Batman we've ever seen, other than Frank Miller, but... So right here, really nice, cool, glossy base. Got his foot peg, in which we could pop that out and we could put his clear stand in. We got his little... Okay, so this is a grapple, and the rope, the little cord's wrapped up around it, so we'll mess with that here in a second. And another one where it's not, so we could load this one into the gun. Let's go ahead and pop that gun up. Cool little design. I like it. Kind of reminiscent of the BVS, kind of like an early grapple gun. It goes right in there and it holds it nice too. It's not gonna just slide out. Very cool. We got the one before the shop with the claw still closed. I don't want to just flip it all over because it'll all just come out. So, oh, what am I trying to do? Duh, goes in right here. So it feeds right in. Very cool, very compact little look. You can see each of the claws have a place where they're supposed to be going. I really dig this design. That's really cool. Right here. Little like darts. It's like a little crossbow. Maybe like a grappler too. Kind of because you would hold it and go over your hand, and we'll get into that and find out. Here's the bat brick. I thought it was kind of like handcuffs in the beginning. I guess not. I guess that would fold up. You could break it out and maybe block punches with it or something. He does look like a very early Batman. Maybe he needed something like that. We have like a younger kind of looking Bruce face. Really cool. I really like this design. Definitely better than the 1/6 Sideshow Bruce design. Which I'd like to mention, I think Sideshow's Flash toy looks really cool. I know I've been kind of railing against their statues for a while because they've been getting way more expensive and they haven't been providing more value in my eyes, but that figure did look cool. It's got these really cool hands, kind of like a BVS style, more knuckle though going on, but very cool looking glove. Definitely dig it. And got a bunch of batarangs. So they all just stuck to this tape. So just like the symbol on his chest, these are tiny and they got a little texture to them too. But anyway, we probably have a hand that'll hold them all. There we go. That's a lot of them too. Very nice. So let's see. This is a pretty closed grip hand. These are almost too small to pick up. Definitely not for a child. He'd eat them. So Can hold him. Very tiny. Very, very tiny. Let's go ahead and check him out. So, the only thing I don't like is when they give you such a big thing, it's really awkward to stand them just on their base. But it's nice because Mezco designed it to where his foot fits in the peg hole too. Like Hot Toys, they have a couple of the figures where all they came with is things like this. When they're a normal figure, it's like, what am I supposed to do with that? But you can see this Batman right here. Let's go ahead, let's see how easy this comes off. Very cool. He's got these really tiny gauntlets, like an early Batman. I do like this. He's kind of like a little brawler kind of look to him. Let's see. This would be our throwing hand. If I had known, I would have, because this thumb and finger seem to be a little more separated than that other hand. Seems like you're gonna have a harder time getting that to go in there. So let's see. Let's actually trade these. Let's do this hand that we know can hold it really well. And it's nice because these hands are just popping on and off. Be very careful though, because just messing with it, I poked myself on these. They're kind of bendable. I would imagine they might break easily if you're not careful with them. But let's go ahead. Let's give him like a kind of like a natural pose. It's so small. It's kind of hard to mess with. This cape definitely sits pretty nicely. Let's see. You want your foot out leading. Gotta look where our hand is. Let's put him on his base just like that. I mean, look at how cool. His cape is definitely a little more stiff than the Ben Affleck one. You can just see how this just flows. But I mean, give it some time. Definitely pretty cool. I really dig him. Oh, I guess our belt was sitting a little too high. I do have his back toward me, but that probably looks a lot more better. A lot better, not more better. So let's go ahead. We'll put his little gun in his hand. A little grapple gun. I know Batman don't carry a gun unless he's the Grim Knight, right? So let's see. And give him a fist. God, these hands pop in so nicely. Maybe like he's getting ready to grapple. You can even put that one over. That looks cool. Yeah, it actually does. His cape is nice. He has a unique cowl. It's pretty cool back here. Definitely different They make these Batmans look like they're like functional, and I dig it. And it's cool because I've mentioned this before. I really think it's cool when companies make replicas and whatnot of all the figures. But I really think it's cool too when companies take like chances and make their own style. So but I really like it when companies take a chance and they make their own style of a Batman. Just something really cool like that. Like, that's something that will make me want to buy it. I like it when they do it with statues, with the toys. Whoa. Just lost that hand. I think a fist would be more what this is for, but it looks like it's going to be the same one. But this is that little crossbow I was talking about. It's a cool gadget. It's kind of sits in his hand awkward though. I don't know, maybe he does it sideways and it fires off. But you can tell it's kind of primitive. It is cool. Definitely something an early Batman would be carrying. Just getting started in his crusade against crime. The Ascending Knight. So, one thing I'd like to do. Let's go ahead, let's put this other fist on. So we seen his head came off pretty easy earlier. Let's go ahead and pop that right off. I don't think it was popped all the way on in the first place. The first time. Very cool. Look at that. Looks like it, you know, his cowl comes apart right there. Just kind of like in the... What I really like is when his cowl looks like a hood. It would hang on his back. I think that's cool. Looks cool right here where his hair meets. Definitely cool. You can turn his head and it still looks good on him. Definitely a good looking toy. It is cool that his cape does this too. I do like it. Very cool. I think this Bruce head is definitely a major sell point for me. I really enjoy that. I want to see something. So we have got the wrist crossbow with tranquilizer darts is what that was. The grappling gun with 3 hooks. The heavy assault bat brick. So I'd imagine if it's a big enemy or you need to be blocking something, I would imagine these hands, the open palms, go in it. Because they're going to be the only thing that really fits, even though they're hard to get it in there. I'm sure this is something he used in his early days, and that's why they included it, but it's definitely not something the toy holds very easy. They don't even give you a hint of how to use it, so I don't know. I guess one cool pose that they have him doing right on the back cover. We'll try our hand again and see if it holds a battering this time. That hand is not the best. If the thumb applied a little more pressure to the fingers, it would work better. But they have him in a pose where his cape is going off his hand. He's winding up to throw. I do like how his gloves look like, basically they're just kind of like a strap and it's hooked on these little, his little gauntlet spikes and his little gloves. It's very cool. I really like this. I would like to get all of Mezco's Batmans. It's kind of like seeming to kind of make a catalog his career. Like it's definitely an early Batman, and I think that's a brave move that they're doing that. That's a very unique one, especially in today's time when everyone's making some type of Batman toy. You got to stand out. But I think everything about this one's pretty cool. I think that looks really well. Looks really good. It's very cool. I like how his knees have this grip to them. Looks kind of like a knee pad. So one thing I can say is if you've ever tried to pose a Mezco Batman with his cape going every which way, you know it's a major pain in the ass. It's hard. It takes a lot of time to get it right, but you just pop that little thing out. You get this in it. You take this piece, you hook it right on. Let's put this other hand on him. There we go. So just like the size of his cape. Then what we have to do prop it up. Quick. Let's see. How would his legs? Maybe something kind of like that. Like he's jumping. He got his cape going out every which way behind him. It's actually pretty cool, huh? Give you a whole turn view. To be honest, I actually, just messing around with it, I actually really like it. Look at him, he looks really cool from that angle. And I mean, obviously this piece should be up in the air and whatnot, but I definitely dig it. I actually like it so much, I think I'm gonna leave him like this for a little bit. And I'll play with my Ben Affleck more often. The Ben Affleck did the same thing, but you can definitely put their arms up like they're holding their cape and do it where it's, you know, open. Yeah, however you want to, just mess around with it a little bit. But you can see this Batman came with all these awesome pieces, and then you get yourself this little bag. Oops. which I have tons of Ziplocs with tons of pieces in them, but you can just drop all your little pieces so you don't lose any of them right here in this nifty little bag that they won't go all the way in. You can just write the name right there at the bottom. But I probably say this a lot, but this toy is freaking cool, and I would give it literally a 10 out of 10. I mean, he's killer. They tried something new and unique. You can't knock him for posability. He's killer posable. His cape might be a little stiff, but I think that's kind of what they're going for. It's a little weighted. But everything they went for on this toy absolutely works. And I think it's cool that they give you, like, they know their toys are posable, so they go above and beyond to let you showcase it. I mean, the cape is a really nice leather texture. You can see it's like a thicker, coarser leather, when this one is kind of like a not as. You can see how Ben Affleck has all these little brown weather marks, kind of like in the movie. And they're definitely different shapes and different thicknesses. But I definitely recommend this Ascending Knight figure to anybody that likes Batman. He's unique. He's got old school kind of boots. He's got the beginning look, is where the ears curve up, like the very first look into Batman. All that time ago in Detective Comics, when Bill Finger basically created everything we know of Batman, and Bob Kane put his own name on it. If you guys don't know that whole story, watch that documentary, Bill and Batman. It's literally devastatingly sad. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it brought you some value. If it did, and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications, because I got plenty more unboxings coming. We got projects coming up. We got Denver Comic-Con coming up. We got our cosplay we're making for that. So everything Batman related. And when it's not Batman related, it's pretty close to Batman. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. And remember, as always, keep buying toys.